Good morning, everybody, and welcome to episode 12 of the Six Figure Realtor podcast with Wayne and Chavez. Today, we're going to be discussing the new definition of OCD and why society thinks it's a bad thing when I think it's a great thing. I'm going to give you some new terms for it. I'm going to explain it, but then I'm going to show you how it can actually help you in terms of your success. But before we get started, who's on? I want to see who's on. Give me a hi, give me a hello in the comments. Um, How's everybody coming off of the masterclass? For those of you that have joined, it's been a few days since the masterclass. How are you guys doing? What are you implementing? And how is it working for you? We just had our first session this morning on the transformational course, the 6 hours to six figures for realtors transformational course. It was an amazing thing. We did our life purpose. We came up with a life purpose. And next week, we're going to just build on that. So for those of you that missed out, hopefully you'll join in next time. I see Anita. Hello, Anita. How are you? We missed you this morning. Hope everything is well. But so many people. So let's get into today's episode. Again, you're listening to the Six Figure Realtor podcast with Waylon Chavez. How to earn a high six-figure income while working 6 hours a day as a realtor so you can actually have a life. And I came to thinking, so many people give a bad rap to the term OCD because society gives it that. That makes it look like it's a bad thing. So what I want to share with you is the definition of OCD. Obsessive compulsive disorder is a personality disorder characterized by excessive orderliness, perfectionism, attention to details, and a need for control in relating to others. So society's take on OCD is kind of a bad thing. It's a disorder. It says it right in the definition or in the name of OCD is obsessive compulsive disorder. So when people hear that and the public hears that, they think it's a bad thing. But to me, it's a great thing because it helps and it goes right in the line with your success. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some different words, and I looked up some different words for each of the OCD terms, and I'm going to share those with you and show you how it relates to your success. And I've come up with a new acronym for OCD that we're going to start using here in the Six Figure Realtor Revolution group because it's all about perception and the way you look at things. And if things are explained, you are better apt to understand them and not have a negative look on them. But today I get to go with you. That being said, in the Six Figure Realtor Revolution, what we want to do is have a life. We want to earn a high six-figure income, work 6 hours a day so we can actually have a life. That being said, as I'm coming to you live, you can see a different background. I'm coming to you live. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona at the Arizona Grand Resort. I brought my son and my family on spring break. So this is what my why is. I use real estate as a way to fund it. So I live what I teach and I practice what I preach, just like I said last week. So I'm coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona, spring break. But that being said, let's get into the episode today. So obsessive compulsive disorder is not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing when it relates to success. And I wish more people would have OCD when it comes to their careers, when it comes to their works, when it comes to their systems, because they don't stick with it. So obsessive. What I looked in the thesaurus, I came up with some different words, and what I came up with was clutch. Is to grasp something tightly or eagerly. Why don't we do that with our goals? We don't grasp them. We take them half-habitedly. We don't follow them obsessively, but it's a clutch. So we grasp. Compulsive, obsessive compulsive. What that means is enthusiastic or passionate. Are you enthusiastic about your goals? Are you passionate about your why? Are you passionate about your career? Are you passionate about whatever it is you're working towards? So another word for compulsive are enthusiastic and passionate. We need that in order to be successful. And so many times society looks at it as a bad thing. Now, disorder. And this is a really good one because I came up with it and I didn't know this before I started investigating OCD and coming up with this episode. But disorder is a revolution. And what group are you all in? The Six Figure Realtor Revolution. Now let me explain what that means. Is a revolution is a forcible overthrow of a government or social order in favor of a new system. And that is exactly what I'm doing. I am revolutionizing the real estate industry with my transformational training and coaching, which has never been taught or not been taught in real estate. So it's a social order in favor of a new system. And you know, when you're on track and when you're doing something and these words and opportunities and resources come up, it happens for a reason. And I hadn't looked into the definition of a revolution yet until today when I was looking this up and prepping for this show episode. But that's exactly what I'm doing. Um, and so many times when somebody brings, like such as myself, bringing this transformational training into real estate, it takes a while to get traction. But in order to do that, you have to make the first step. And like I said, I've done it plenty of times, but now we're doing it in the online space and in this group and in the masterclass last week and then through via coaching online. But again, obsessive is a clutch, grasp something tightly or eagerly. Compulsive means enthusiastic or passionate. And a disorder means a revolution, a forcible overthrow of a government or social order in favor of a new system. Now, I'm going to give you some examples on how success, how being OCD plays into your success. And I'm going to give you an example of Kobe Bryant, one of the greatest basketball players that there ever was. I'm going to give you his daily workout routine, and you tell me if this doesn't go right in with obsessive compulsive disorder. So he worked out 6 hours daily, hence the 6 hours to six figures for realtors. But he did 2 hours of track work, 2 hours of basketball skills, 1 hour of cardio workout, and 1 hour of weightlifting. During his workouts, he would do 700 to 1,000 shots per day. That's per day, in addition to the team practices. He did 20 minutes of dribbling practice, 10 minutes of defensive slides, 90 minutes of making shots from around the corner, around the court. I'm sorry. So how can you tell me having OCD is not a tool into you achieving success? Don't believe what society says. Don't believe the definition of society. Do your own investigation, just like I did with this, and how it can actually serve you and help you in your success. So again, you're listening to episode 12 of the Six Figure Realtor Podcast, Realtor Revolution with Waylon Chavez. And today we're discussing how OCD can actually help you in the success of your goals. So again, don't let obsessive compulsive disorder distract you or make it seem like a bad thing. It's actually a tool to help you with your success, because if you're not obsessed with it, if you're not enthusiastic or passionate about it, and you're not going to create that change, you're not going to create a new system, you're not going to create the result, you're not going to get the results you want. Why do you think so many people go from program to program to program? Because they want instant results. They're not obsessed about their outcomes. They're not obsessed. They're not passionate about their why. They're not in it for the long haul at most times. They want the quickest, easiest, and fastest result that's not going to give them longevity. They just want instant results versus longevity, and a longevity career where they can earn a 6, 7, or 8-figure income. They would rather take the easy way, get the easy results, keep starting over. Like I keep saying, that's why the income of a realtor looks like an EKG chart, because we do lead generation, but then we stop to nurture the 5 or 6 deals we have. Then once those close, we start all over again. Instead of being obsessed and passionate and enthusiastic about it, we start over. We just want the quick fix, the quick result versus the longevity. For those of you that were on last week with the masterclass, the last day I went over the rule of 5 is alive. And if you just use that one tool and you were obsessed about it and you consistently did it day in and day out repeatedly, you would get above 6 figures easily every single year. But if it takes consistency, it takes repeatability and doing it every single day, day in and day out, no questions asked. Not just when you feel like it, not just when you need deals, but you have to be obsessed with it. You have to be passionate about it, and you have to do it day in and day out. Now, what's the new acronym for OCD that I came up with? And I want you to think about this, and it's going to help you with the success of your career and with the success in real estate. So the O stands for opportunity. The C stands for comes. The D stands for daily. So OCD, opportunity comes daily. And if you take a look at it that way versus society's definition or society's um, take on OCD, you're going to be a lot more successful if you can think about it as what opportunities are out there for me today, because opportunities come daily. They come daily to those who work, who put in the work, who are consistent, that are taking action and that are doing it, not just sitting around wishing for it. So I encourage you, accept and implement and be one with OCD. It's not a bad thing. That's the reason why I've got to where I'm at today, because I'm so obsessed with achieving the goal and with serving others and with doing it that nothing's going to stop me. Once I put my mind and set something to it, I'm going to do it no matter what. I'm going to become that person, whoever I need to become in order to achieve that goal. And you should too. So again, let's recap today. Obsessive compulsive disorder is not a bad thing. You need it in order to be successful. Because if you're not obsessed with your results, if you're not obsessed with um, achieving the goals or your why, you will not get there. Again, we don't need to be looking for the quickest fix, the best lead generation model. What we need to focus on is consistency. We need to know where we're going, why we're doing it, who our ideal customer is, so we can find that niche and get rich. But the problem is, people are not obsessed with it. They just want the quick, instant results and the quick money, and then they'll start all over. If it doesn't get instant results, people move on. But you need to become obsessed with the process. Obsessed with the process. Again, OCD, opportunity comes daily. I want to thank you all for joining me. I hope you all are doing great. Let me know in the comments what you're going to be doing. What you need to be obsessed with the process. Remember, it's a process day in and day out, and we got to work towards it. So again, this was the Six Figure Realtor Revolution podcast with Waylon Chavez. If you haven't subscribed, please go to anchor.fm/Waylon Chavez, and you could subscribe there. We're on Apple Podcasts, we're on Spotify, and you can go to my YouTube channel also. But thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you all. Go out there, be obsessed. Let me know in the comments that you're going to commit to being obsessed with the process and creating great things. I wish you all the best and have a wonderful day, everybody.